Today's guest is Kayshaun Brooks. She talks about her pain during her childhood, battling with parents of drug addiction and mental health. Yet she rises out of her pain and creates such a beautiful purpose to love herself, her family, and others. She is also writing her own book about her experience in starting a nonprofit organization. Please give a warm welcome to ever blessed Kayshaun Brooks. This because also you said you were wanting to start creating a book and
Yeah, I
it's
want
one
to write
of
the name of the book. I even have it titled already.
oh,
It's
okay.
it's The Path of the Dope Fiend's Child. That's my first book.
Okay.
So, because a lot of people have been, they've been watching me like a movie, and people always say I'm inspirational and, all of these motivating things. And a lot of people have always wondered what happened. They knew some horrific stuff, but I never went into any details about what happened. I just would overcome the obstacle, and so people are amazed that I didn't become a statistic. Even though I had my son at 20, my first child, but I wasn't that typical teenage mom. I graduated from high school, I was a vocalist, a dancer, went into the medical field for 20 years, was a nurse for 10. So it was like, how did you get from that dark space and still make it? And just even just the childhood of growing up the way
Yeah.
that I had to, like I didn't have I tell people I didn't have a childhood
Mm-hmm.
because from a very early age I had to protect and fend for myself, figuring out how I'm gonna get clothes, how I'm gonna get food, how am I gonna stop the next person, from abusing me, what am I going to do, and still trying to go to school, and things like that. So, I feel like if I would not have went through all of that trauma as a child, I wouldn't been able to withstand the things that I went through as an adult, because, those were horrific times, not eating, not having lights, being physically abused, on a regular basis, bones being broken, it was just a very traumatic experience. And people, no one ever thought to talk to me about it, or thought that, I would just say in the Black community, it's like widely accepted, yes, parents were drug addicts, you were the child of a drug addict or whatever. And it's just like you get over it and grow up. But no, there's still a lot of trauma, that you have to heal from, and one of the ways that I'm healing from that is, speaking about it now. I plan on writing a book later on this year. And I always knew I wanted to do open up a nonprofit. I just didn't know what. And now, I do, I want to open up a nonprofit to help, children who parents are drug addicts, and also for girls who fathers were not in their lives.
Thank you for listening to Noise Palooza Zion podcast. And if you enjoy listening to my podcast, please don't hesitate to give me a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify. Also wanted to give a shout out and thank you so much to all my guests, past, present, and future. And stay tuned for the next upcoming episode on Fridays.